I came home earlier than usual that evening, carrying a quiet excitement with me. The idea of surprising Emily after a long day felt comforting, like a small gesture of love we both needed. But the second I stepped inside, something felt wrong. The house, normally filled with soft familiar noises, was cloaked in unsettling silence. No sound of the television murmuring in the background, no clinking of dishes in the kitchen, not even the gentle creak of footsteps that always reassured me I wasn't alone. A chill ran through me as I called her name, half expecting her cheerful reply. But nothing came back, only silence that pressed heavily against the walls. I tried to convince myself I was overthinking. Maybe she was upstairs resting, maybe reading quietly, maybe just lost in thought. But as I made my way up the stairs, the unease grew stronger, almost physical, like a hand pulling me back. At our bedroom door, my hand froze on a knob. An unfamiliar dread settled into my chest, the kind of instinct you can't explain, but can't ignore. I pushed the door open slowly, bracing myself for something I couldn't yet name. Emily was there, sitting on the edge of our bed, her posture stiff, her face pale. But it wasn't her stillness that shook me, it was her eyes, wide, hollow, brimming with a despair I had never seen before. She wasn't just sad, she looked broken. Our eyes met, and in that charged silence, I felt the truth already hovering between us, like a storm about to break. She tried to speak, her lips trembling, but no words came at first. Finally, in a voice fragile as glass, she said, "I didn't expect you home early." I barely recognized my own voice when I whispered, "Where have you been?" Her hands fidgeted with the edge of the blanket, twisting the fabric until her knuckles turned white. Seconds dragged into eternities before she spoke again, and when she did, the words shattered everything I thought I knew. "I've been seeing someone else." The world tilted. My chest tightened as though all the air had been ripped from the room. My vision blurred, not with tears at first, but with disbelief. This was Emily, my wife, the woman I had trusted with everything, the woman I thought I truly knew. And now, in one moment, that trust disintegrated into nothing. Tears finally slid down her face as she stammered, "I'm so sorry." It started as nothing, but it grew into something I never meant for it to. I never wanted to hurt you, but her apologies didn't matter. They couldn't undo the blade that had already been driven into my chest. I stood there numb, while inside me, emotions clashed violently. Pain, shock, betrayal. And then, from beneath all of it, something darker began to rise. Not just anger, but a thirst for retribution. Revenge. The thought came sudden and sharp, like lightning splitting the sky. She had betrayed me, destroyed the life we built, and I couldn't let that wound heal quietly. No, she needed to understand the cost of her actions. "I'm done," I told her, my voice surprisingly steady, though my insides were chaos. "I don't want to hear your excuses." But instead of storming out into the night, like I should have, I did something I never thought I'd do. I walked calmly into the living room, grabbed my phone, and dialed a number I had been ignoring for months. Her sister's. Lily. Lily had always been different. Gentle, honest. Someone who never wore masks. During times when Emily had been distant, it was Lily who had been there to listen, to comfort, to remind me I wasn't invisible. She was a friend, yes, but that night, she became more than that. When she answered, her voice soft and unsuspecting, I didn't hesitate. "I need to see you," I said. "There's something I need to tell you." And with that choice, I stepped onto a path I knew would haunt Emily forever. The betrayal had burned, but the revenge, oh, the revenge was intoxicating. I didn't just leave Emily behind. I chose Lily. I built something new, something she could never have predicted nor stopped. Months later, when Lily and I stood together exchanging vows, I caught sight of Emily at the back of the room. Her face was pale again, but this time it wasn't despair, it was disbelief. Her wide, stunned eyes told me everything. She finally understood what betrayal felt like. In that moment, I realized revenge isn't always about cruelty. Sometimes it's about reclaiming control, about rewriting a story that someone else tried to ruin for you. Emily may have stolen my trust, But I took back my power, and as I looked into Lily's eyes that day, I knew the chapter Emily had destroyed was gone, but I had started a new one on my own terms. I hadn't just survived her betrayal. I had turned it into the one thing she could never undo,